By far the worst thing you can do when it comes to finding your direction is to harness on the emotional need to fill a gap in our lives. Whenever there's something that we feel there's a hole that we need to fill in order for us to be happy and loving to the person that we are right now. By far the worst thing you can do when it comes to living to the direction that you want to take in life, it's focusing on those gaps. Let's talk about it. I got this idea from the book Effortless by Greg McKeown. It's a book on how hard effort and hard work really isn't the thing we should be striving for. But anyways, it's chapter 3 titled Release, where he talks about when we focus on the things that we lack, we lose focus on what we have. But when we focus on what we have, we get what we lack. And reading this part of the book made me smile the whole way through, because it's true in a sense that harnessing and being grateful for what we have right now and the things we can do right now, it will then bring us the things that we don't have. Because it's like this indirect case where we're working with what we have. But we're not complaining that we don't have this one aspect of our lives right now, because we understand that through gratitude and through our work of doing these things, that it will come to us. When the thing that we want, when that emotional gap that we want to fill, it will come to our lives when we actually need it. When you focus on that, your direction in life shouldn't be an outlet for you to go and fill those things in yourself. Don't get me wrong, taking action to get what you want, it's necessary in this life. But I'll repeat it one more time. When you focus on what you lack, you lose what you have. But when you focus on what you have, you gain what you lack. Let's look at overthinking, because when we overthink, it's about us not having the ability that we think we have. It's about us not being able to do the thing that we set out to do. Overthinking is all about self-doubt. The consideration or thought in our minds that it might not work out. That the thing that we're doing could fail. It is the fear of rejection and failure that is the background. It is the base of all overthinking in our lives. Back when I used to play baseball, I was overthinking all the time when I would step up to the plate. With my bat in hand, I'd be focusing on where the bat was on my shoulders, in my hands, when my legs were going to move. Because when you're overthinking, you're focusing on the things that you're not sure that you can do. You're focusing on the things that you lack. But every time I stepped up to the plate with the confidence in my abilities, that I didn't have the self-doubt that I couldn't be able to hit this pitcher, when I focused on just doing the things that I knew I could do, when I let go, when I released all my emotional fears of not being able to do this one thing, I was able to get success. I was able to get on base. I was able to get walks. I was able to get runners in and score some runs. And we were able to win games because of that. You see what I'm getting at here? Overthinking. When we overthink about our abilities to do something, it's never going to happen. But every time that we solely focus on our abilities that we're confident in, and hopefully if you implement this in your life, you'll start to see it happen to you, because once you start to focus on everything that can create success for you right now, you'll soon gain the things that you need to have in the future. Think about me right here in this present moment. I'm focusing on my ability to communicate with you, and my confidence and pure happiness of being able to get my message out to you. I'm not focusing on not having the best camera, the best audio setup, not having the best hair right now. What I'm focused on is just my confidence and ability to convey a message to you that I hope that you can gain from. And in the future, when I need all those fancy things and upgrades, they'll come to me. The enemy in our society is self-doubt and the fear of failure. Brian Tracy talks about this like in the first few pages of The Psychology of Selling. Fear and self-doubt is so irrational. And when we put it into finding our life's direction, the place that we want to go, and the journey that we want to go through, so many of us happen to put self-doubt and self-fear into the mix because we consider if something could go wrong, what's the plan B? What if this falls out? What am I going to be if I'm not going to get to this part of my life? In the modern day, it's totally acceptable to do those things, like to have a backup plan, to hold on to this job for like a longer amount of time while you think about doing this next thing. But that's just another symptom of overthinking.